Hi everyone. No filter here. I hardly even use filter, when I'm doing videos. And if you're wondering what this is, these are sticky notes of things I wanted to like not forget. And yeah, so I just stick them to my door. So yeah, I'm dressed, going out, and I just want to share with you the few things you can do if you are purging or you're stooling and you want to go out. Even if you don't want to go out, it can be an uncomfortable situation where, you know, the stomach is hurting and the person is purging and you're just feeling stronger. Let me not say something else. The few things you can do naturally without ingesting anything, because this is for mostly if you can't even take in anything anyway, or maybe you're fasting, or you just don't even, the thought of food alone, is probably sending you into the convenience, as the case may be. So the few things you can do: number one, you have to understand that your body temperature is high at that point in time, and you have to bring it down. Not just your body temperature, but you can focus on your stomach. You will notice that during the time you are purging, your stomach feels kind of warm, right? So what you want to do is make it as cold as possible. So take a towel or an handkerchief, but mostly a maybe a face towel, or soak it in water and maybe squeeze it out or not, depending. If it's not convenient, you could just lay it on your stomach and try to rest. Most of the time, the what causes purging sometimes is when you didn't have adequate rests. Maybe you've been doing all nighters and you haven't slept very well. You haven't slept for a long period of time in a week or more, or you haven't had a really good night's sleep. Chances are you're going to be feeling nauseous. You're going to be probably running diarrhea, and then maybe headache as well. So try and sleep if you can. But if you must go out, like you must, it's necessary that you go out, then no matter, well, I wouldn't say no matter, but because I don't know how it's like using cold water to bathe in winter. So yeah. Um right now I'm going through something like that, which is why I'm inspired to even share. Now it's cold where I'm at, not that cold, but it is cold. Okay. And so I'm wearing linen. The plan was I was going to put on a t-shirt, but that one is too thick. So that is the thing. When you're going out, when you're at home, try not to wear anything, especially if you are going to be lying down on your bed, right? And make sure that your room is airy. But if you're going out, put on clothes like linen, airy clothes that when you wear it, you can feel the breeze blowing through those clothing to you. Those are the kind of clothes you wear. Of course, you might not want to try that during winter. And I'm not sure people purge during winter, but okay. So that is that. You bathe, you make sure you're putting on clothes that are very, very light and airy, so that breeze will come directly into your body. And as much as possible, keep your stomach area free apart from what you are wearing outside, which means that you might not want to put on an underwear that covers your belly, right? So that that is the part where you need air to touch the most, because you want that area to be cool. Once it's cool, the frequency of purging will go down. You understand? When it's warm, it's like it melts everything inside your stomach and it just wants to go out. But when it's cool, whatever it is that is inside congeals. That's the idea. You understand? It congeals so that it doesn't, it's not a freeway in there. You understand? Where you have to rush every time to the convenience, right? So the first thing I mentioned is soaking a face towel, in water and placing it on your stomach, right? The idea is to draw the heat out of the stomach into the towel. So, it's like, what you do when you I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, it's what you do when you place something cold over something hot. It's the heat goes out, sort of. Yeah. So you're trying to draw the heat out of the stomach when you place it there. And you can, when it feels like it's getting warm, you turn it over. And by the time you turn it over, you're already feeling better, as the case may be. So um the next thing you want to do is, especially when you're going out, have a cold bath. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Have a cold bath. um and if you have access to, what's it called now, this thing, um Epsom salt. If you have access to Epsom salt, that would be fantastic. Just a, yeah, yeah, about that. You might need a bucket or a bowl to to do something like this. You might need a bucket or bowl to add to your bathing water. Um and then the water has to be cold, and then you use it to bathe. It's not going to be very comfortable, but when you do that, your body temperature will come down, and it would help reduce the frequency of the diarrhea and help you feel better generally. You just feel better generally. Add Epsom salts to cold water and put on airy clothes. When you're at home, you might not want to wear much of anything. Keep the stomach area open, right? Keep the stomach area open. But when you're going out, put on something very light, very airy. And if you must take anything that day as food, make sure you take fluid. Yes, I know that's scary, but take yogurt. Now, when I say yogurt, please avoid, avoid, especially when you're outside, avoid yogurt that has fruity additives or whatever. No fruity, um, no fruity, what is it called for you? No fruity yogurt, please. Just yogurt that has, less ingredients, but just milk, water, and the culture, right? And make sure that you already have a brand that you know that they have quality, so that when you take that, oh, and make sure it's cold. Usually the yogurts come chilled, so it has to be a drink, so that it's not only feeds your body, but at the same time it quenches your thirst, and at the same time it floods your stomach with, your guts with healthy bacteria that will counter the bacteria that is, sending you on a back and forth race to to the toilet, as the case may be. So that will be all for now on how to control diarrhea, purging, or stooling. So thank you if you have watched this far. If you like what you've heard, like anything you've heard or seen so far, please like, subscribe, and share. I really need that subscription, honestly. Like, subscribe, and share. Well, remember to guard your hearts with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. And God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And they that know their God, they shall be strong and they shall do exploits. And always remember, if each one can reach one, then each one can teach one. What a more better world we will live in. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, you are your brother and your sister's keeper. So show love just because. And this particular quote is from Chaz B, a Nigerian radio presenter of blessed memory. Have an amazing one. Take care. Shalom.